Good evening, my darling batlings. I'm back from vacation, and let me say, it's good to finally be in touch with my own people instead of being cooped up with my 68-year-old mother for an entire week. Yeah, although, you know, on the bright side, I did manage to successfully get her into Dragon Ball.
So, Ari, I have a joke right now.
Yeah?
Oh, no.
You said your own people. I didn't know you were black.
You joke about that, but hey, thanks for the resub.
Hey, I'm always going to use my Prime sub for you.
Good thing you're using the Prime sub for that, because Twitch just raised the subscription prices.
Wow, fuck.
They raised them by $1, but that adds up.
Yeah, still.
So yeah, if any of my subscribers notice that they were charged for more from this month onward, that's because Twitch just, out of nowhere, upped the price of subscriptions.
Yep.
On the 11th, I believe. It happened while I was at the beach. Beach was fun. I got a, obviously you can't see it on me, but I've got a nice tan, which I'm surprised about. I usually just burn.
Oh, nice.
So wait, are you black or are you a piece of toast?
I'd say cooked until golden brown.
Oh, so toast.
Yes.
Fuck, I want toast!
I could go for some toast, but I forgot to go to the grocery before I went to the beach, which is probably a good thing because stuff will have spoiled by the time I got home.
Yeah.
But, like, I was too fucking lazy. Well, I went to the grocery, but it's like, do I really want to carry in a bunch of groceries by myself and there's no one here but me? No, I'm just going to get myself, like, some of the pre-cooked chicken strips from the meat section, and that'll be my dinner.
Funny thing is, I know someone was gonna basically look at the, like, is Kier black? I'm like, yeah.
I mean, can't you tell?
I went with the classic model for a classic game. I felt that it was appropriate, but
oh yeah, I just noticed.
Also, I see you there, Lulu, and yes, I am I'm definitely going to talk to you at some point over the next couple days. I would have talked to you more during my beach trip, but the internet there was so shitty that I couldn't have maintained a Discord call.
That's understandable. I was actually starting to wonder if you were going to be able to do any calls, and I was like, let him make the move if he's going to be able to do it.
Speaking of...
But yeah, I got my mom into Dragon Ball through Dragon Ball Z Kai. Over the past couple days, we've made it pretty much to the end of the Saiyan saga.
So what's your favorite character so far, if you know?
I'm not sure. I haven't asked her. But I know that she fucking hates Vegeta.
I wonder if she's going to be like, toward the end, like, oh, okay.
Like, Vegeta... to be fair, Vegeta's a total bastard in the beginning of the series.
Yes, he is.
Like, she hated Nappa, she hated Vegeta. She hated Piccolo at first, but then slowly warmed up to him.
And then, I think Piccolo's going to be at least in her top 3 later on.
Probably. Especially come the Android saga.
Even argue the movies when you have Piccolo picking up Pan.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna like, I want more of this. Which I think we can all agree we want more of that, which is the right answer.
Yeah. I also had to, give her primers on stuff that happened during Dragon Ball that's referenced in early Dragon Ball Z Kai. So I could, a lot of people would be like, why didn't you start her off with Dragon Ball? And my answer is my mom has severe ADHD and she doesn't have the attention span or patience to sit through 153 episodes of a show.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't say that I blame her for that one, because even me not being interested in Dragon Ball, I would at least watch Kai when it was airing on TV as a kid. But even
like,
then,
if Dragon Ball got the Kai treatment, then that would be perfect.
Yeah, admittedly, it does need it. I do have some interesting news. I did get a Bluetooth headset that was on sale for $25.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice. Also, PlayStation Stars is finally back up after a fucking month, and I was finally able to cash in my points for store credit so I could get some stuff. I had to wait a month and miss out on the summer sales for it because it went down the day the sales started, and they decide, oh, instead of just flipping a switch and making it online everywhere, we're going to do phased rollouts throughout the week based on what region you live in. Start with Asia and then gradually work westward, with America being the last place to get it.
seriously, what the fuck?
Your final character sheet is almost done. I am excited for you. And also, I can't express enough how much I love that art that you got of Naya and Von Lycon. I'm still salty that I haven't gotten him yet in Zenless Zone Zero, while multiple people in my server have. Like, they're getting all the good waifus and husbandos as their polls, and I'm getting nothing but fucking W engines.
I still got time for I do my own live stream of that game. Fucking hell, bugs.
Keep an eye out for the codes that periodically go out for that give you like bonuses.
Drops. Yeah, I got the drops here and the mail notifications thing. Yeah, messages with
yeah, he's an S rank poll. So that's like the rarest one in the game so far is the S ranks. It's like him, Rena, I think Cobelda is one of them, or Coletta, that's her name. Coletta. Ellen. Basically all of the maids except for Corin are like S rank. And I've got all the A ranks, I think.
I just want Wolf Daddy.
I just want Wolf Daddy too. They let you do a trial with him in the tutorial, and what the game does is, like, when you get to parts of the game where it wants you to play specific characters, it just forces you to play as them, but you can't level them up because they're trial characters. So you can still play as him, it's just to permanently add him to your team, you have to pull him.
So you're saying I still get to play with Daddy?
Yes, you get to play with Daddy. Exactly. Yeah, Nekomata is, I think, an S rank poll. Only S rank poll in well, makes sense for her to be the only S rank poll in Cunning Hares, because the other three you get for free at the beginning of the game. Anyway. Enough ramble about Zenless Zone Zero for now. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Also, I found out why I was having problems with Donkey Kong 64. Turns out that it's because I have a shitty third-party expansion pack that is dying. So I ordered an original one off of eBay that should be here in the next couple days.
Nice.
So, yeah, there's a lesson learned. Do not buy third-party Nintendo 64 expansion packs.
Stupid logo.
This is the only thing you're missing if you play the version of Conker that's on Rare Replay, because they had to cut out all the Nintendo branding.
Yeah, it's a little on the louder side.
It's a little on the louder side? I'll fix that.
Yeah. I just don't want you being drowned out.
N64 games in general, I have to fuck about with the sound some. because there's like no good audio balancing for them. Where the fuck did I put?
Insert rumble pack.
I don't have a rumble pack.
Insert rumble pack.
I don't have a rumble pack, but this controller has rumble built in.
Insert rumble. Oh, so I started replaying a little bit of Dot Hack.
Yeah? Which one?
Yeah, the way I'm going to have to live stream that is basically not have the music playing.
Which dot hack? The original quadrilogy or GU?
GU.
The better one, yes.
I still want OG on Steam.
I found my mouse. It
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
When whoever redeemed the part, Cobalt Rogue redeemed that party popper, and it spooked me. It made my mouse fall out from my blanket. So I found it.
Shit.
Thank you for spooping me. I wouldn't have found it
Yeah.
otherwise.
Hey, Cobalt.
Let's see. No, I'm in the wrong menu. Let's turn it down. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
You're
I
just
also
getting-
need to be
you're-
able. I also need
Oh,
to be
sorry.
able to hear it.
Yeah. It was drowning you out a little too much, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, sorry for not telling you. I wasn't sure if that was
Just
my
you
end.
were not. Yeah, it was both of us then. Okay.
I need to find where my controller fell.
It
Damn
fell
it.
somewhere. Someone spook Barbie again.
Hold on, I got him. I got you.
Then we can find it.
I found it. I found it. No need to play loud noises in my ear. That's not spoofing me. That's knocking me away. Now I've got precariously balanced my iPad here.
Oh, one more
'Cause
thing.
I did not do any proper setup before stream. I was just like, fuck it, we ball.
I just realized you're technically sitting on JKR.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Elbow him in
because
the face.
let me fix that.
You'll keep elbow him in the face.
No.
Yes.
So for those of you that weren't here last time, we started the game. We finished the barn section, and we finished the Great Mighty Pooh.
Oh, God.
Did he throw his shit at you?
Yes. Because, as you know, a huge supply of Tish comes from his chocolate starfish.
No.
So yeah, we're still in the
You're
shitty
running
part of the game.
You're running around and scat, you little twat.
You know, it's funny hearing it on the Xbox version where, for the more mature console, they had to censor half of the song.
Which we all figure, it was no reason to be censored.
Also, the Rare developers apparently knew how hard this swimming section right here is, because it's littered with the corpses of other red squirrels that have been
Oh,
chopped up
geez.
by the propeller blades.
I would have kept
Like-
going, and it means I would have got hit.
Like,
how
rather
bad
than
I
make
am.
it easy, rather than make it easier, they just decided to give you a visual indicator of how hard this is going to be. It's a shame that the Greg cutscene played when none of you guys were here. So you don't get to see Greg the Grim Reaper. Also, I did some, I looked up some stuff about this game just for, extra trivia. And one of the things is, if you notice that this game has very much a what we in the trade call a random events plot. God, the depth perception in this section sucks. If you notice that this game very much has a random events plot, that's because there was no plot line planned out in the scripting phase. They just improvised all the dialogue and made the cutscenes to it. And by they, I mean mostly just Chris Seavor talking to himself in different voices.
I mean, you don't do that on a normal basis.
I mean, I do, but
I do.
I take medication for that.
I don't.
But yeah, Chris Seavor does all of the male voices in this game, except for the Great Mighty Pooh. And, yeah, Chris Seavor. He was also the game's director.
Oh, I was about to make a joke saying it's like any relation to Cringy for.
Okay, that's all my lives, so we get to see the game over cutscene. Remember, the Panther King's whole thing is he needs a red squirrel to use as a table for his three-legged table so it won't spill his milk anymore. Also, there are different death cutscenes depending on how you were killed. Like that one, since he was chopped into bits, he's delivered in a bag.
So far, I think the Gruntilda ending is probably one of my favorite game overs. So
yeah, the Gruntilda one's iconic.
Gross.
Well, I mean, we're still in the shitty section of the game.
Obviously.
Quite shitty.
Also, I got, you know, a bit of a correction for something I said last time. I said that this section of the game was called Slopra. It's actually called Sloprano.
Oh.
Damn, I'm hungry.
This makes you hungry?
No, I've been hungry for the past, I don't know, hour, but I'm trying not to go eat anything because intermittent fasting and all that.
The sight of shit makes you hungry?
I was not talking about the sight of shit. Hell, I wasn't even looking at the shit.
Hold on, I have a question.
How could you not be looking at the shit? That's all there is.
Because I, unlike some of us, have multiple screens.
I have multiple screens.
Same here.
I'm looking at my phone, okay? So sue me.
I've got
dual
phone,
monitors and
TV,
my iPad up.
My TV. Come on. Gee, my question is this. I thought you were pescatarian, so why you craving a red squirrel? Why are you craving a red squirrel?
I never said I was hungry for a red squirrel.
I think you're craving. You wasn't paying attention that much. I think you're craving. You see, you didn't see the shit, which is the shitty level. But so I'm like, okay, he's probably craving some squirrel. How you want it? Fried, grilled?
Well, there's also some metal here. Maybe he's going on the scraplet diet.
There's also some blood, so maybe he wants to be a full vampire.
Now that's stealing Ari's shtick.
What? Oh, I was about to say, wait, there is no way you're gonna get past that. I was like, oh shit! What the hell? Excuse me. I was about to go, what the hell? What the fuck?
No. Oh god. Oh fuck this jump already.
What the fuck? What was that? A Game Boy?
Because one of his idle animations is him pulling out a Game Boy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay. Camera's not the most helpful here. Oh, I see. I gotta jump over the blades. Not jump into them, jump over them.
So was JKR. There you
Yes. Much better. I won't be spilling my milk anymore.
Yes, boss. And we won't be getting the duct tape.
Keep in mind, the main villain of this game just needs a better table.
Yeah. Jupiter told I could solve his issues with the soul by making all the others equal.
That wouldn't be a table.
Actually, it still would be a table.
Yes, it would.
It would just be a very low table.
Oh, fair. I'd say at that point it was just gonna be like a plank of wood at that point.
I mean, you can also argue that it could be a like a TV stand at that point. I actually had an old Muppets one that I miss dearly. That would be like that. It would just be missing the folding legs, but will still serve a purpose.
If you want to go into, like, some Bizarro territory about, like, early Muppet stuff, well, technically this isn't early Muppets, but it's, like an early pilot for what became the Muppet Show.
Okay, and that actually scared me.
You can find this pilot on the internet pretty easily. I say pilot, it actually aired on TV as a special. Oh, that extra life respawns. Okay.
So they know how bullshit it was. Okay.
Yeah. That's interesting because the other extra lives I've come across so far don't respawn. So they knew. But the second pilot for the Muppet Show. I say second because it took them a lot of attempts to get the Muppet Show to work in a way where it was presentable on TV and that the networks would pick it up. This is one of the rejected pilots. It's called The Muppet Show, Sex and Violence.
Oh, jeez.
The title's not reflective of the content. It's a satirical jab at what the TV networks only wanted to air in primetime slots.
Okay.
But otherwise, it's like your typical Muppet Show, but it's still got some weirdness in it. Because, like, they hadn't settled on Kermit being the host yet. So the guy that's usually the band conductor in the Muppet Show is the host.
Ah.
His name's Nigel, and he's very boring. That's his shtick. And also, it has the first appearance of the Swedish Chef, but they hadn't quite figured out his gimmick yet. So it's like him making a very complex sandwich, and he's speaking in, you know, English fear to herd the bird, the big Swedish. But it has Chinese subtitles, so there's no way to understand what he's saying.
Shit that wouldn't fly by today's standards.
This whole game wouldn't fly by today's standards if you're talking about shit that wouldn't fly.
Well,
there's a reason. There's a reason this is like the only N64 Rareware game that's not on Nintendo Switch Online. Nintendo wanted nothing to do with this.
Yeah, because remember they have a
yeah, they have a mature section now, but
we might get it.
We might.
Yeah, I doubt it.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I'll let you know if we get it though, because I got it on my Switch.
I do too. I was able to scrounge up enough cash to renew my subscription.
Oh. I'm just getting oh my gosh, what was that shark from Banjo-Kazooie?
Clanker. Clanker, yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting Clanker's Cavern flashbacks here.
Makes sense because a lot of the people that
team.
worked on Conker's Bad Fur Day were people that worked on Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
Like, part of the reason that
agent,
Donkey Kong 64 and Conker's Bad Fur Day were in development at the same time, pretty much. Or at least, you know, one of the many attempts to make what would become Conker's Bad Fur Day and Donkey Kong 64 were in development at the same time. And that's partly why Donkey Kong 64 turned out so sloppy, is because it was the inexperienced B team that was relegated to Donkey Kong 64, while the A team was working on Conker.
Oh, they picked me up at that time.
But Chris Seavor, the director of this game, apparently said, you know, if he were to do another remake of it, because it technically already got a remake in the form of Live and Reloaded for the Xbox, there are some things that he would cut out because he's embarrassed of how they turned out. One of them is the sunflower.
Don't blame him.
Now, he said he would cut out the sunflower section. I don't know whether he means he's ashamed of the sunflower with the gigantic honka-donka-badonkas, or whether he's ashamed of making it a fetch quest. Also, despite Nintendo technically not publishing this game, they still mandated that 2 cutscenes be changed in the final release, but their motion data and voice acting data can still be found on the cartridge and can be hacked into the game in incomplete forms through like Game Shark or ROM hacking.
Who knew that the flat side of a blade was sharp? I know the hitbox thing, but still.
Specifically, the 2 scenes that were cut are one that makes fun of Pokemon with like a non-copyright infringing Pikachu.
Oh, but they killed it, didn't they?
Yes.
Okay, that's justified. I'm actually doing a challenge run right now with Pikachu, and it's worse than Clefairy.
Yeah, because Pikachu sucks.
Dude, I'm getting 2-shotted, bro, by Pokemon that are like 5, 10.
Pikachu is not a good Pokemon, but it's the mascot of the franchise.
Yeah.
It's like if the mascot of Street Fighter was Dan.
Okay, that must be funny. Or you guess Tekken had Bob. So, well, actually, Bob was decent though.
Bob was decent. People just didn't like his design.
Yeah. What was that weeb character that had the wearing the football outfit with the
Lars?
I think that was his name. Yeah, people hated him.
Yeah, and he's become like the main hero of the franchise in the more recent games.
He's a weeb.
I wouldn't know for sure. I haven't played a Tekken main series game since Tekken 5.
Oh, I was talking about Street Fighter at that point. For that character.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, that's almost Lars. Lars was popular also.
Then I do not know who you're talking about, because I don't know my Street Fighter characters, because I don't play many fighting games, but I don't play bullshit like Street Fighter.
We're gonna be fighting now.
I play good fighting games, like Evil Zone.
How about Darkstalkers?
I've actually never played Darkstalkers, but I have bought digital copies of all 3 through the Capcom Arcade Collection.
I've played Darkstalkers
just to support. Like, even though I've never played the games, I've never really gotten into Capcom's fighters on like a mechanical level.
Yeah.
I still wanted to show my support for an IP that's been extremely neglected for 30 years now.
Yes.
Like, I'm a Mega Man fan. I know what it's like to, and I'm a Beautiful Joe fan. So I know what it's like to have your favorite Capcom IP be neglected in favor of endless Street Fighter and Resident Evil releases. So,
Yep.
like, I'm gonna show my solidarity where I can. And as far as, criminally neglected Capcom franchises go, none of them have had it worse than Darkstalkers.
Yep.
Okay, that's
Like, yeah, Mega Man's probably dead again, but at least it got a new game at some point. And it
Right.
hasn't been, you know, relegated to cameo status since 1998.
Dude, oh, I think I found him. What's his name? Saddam. He basically wearing a football jersey. He has size. The character I was thinking
Oh,
about.
that guy! He's from
Dom.
Final Fight. So, Sodom.
Sodom.
Named after the thing with like, I've played Final Fight now. The thing with the villains from Final Fight, or at least the original Final Fight, is they're all named after different metal bands.
Oh.
That's where Poison gets her name from the hair metal band Poison.
I think I like Poison. I don't remember because it's been a minute, but I think I like Poison music.
Poison, I don't know too many other songs off the top of my head, but the 2 that I do know are Talk Dirty to Me and, what's the other one? Nothing But a Good Time.
I think like I said, it's been a minute, but I think I know those songs.
Out. Can I get past? No. You'll have to pay, the toll. Yes.
Oh no, we have to pay the troll toll.
How much?
We have to pay the troll toll to get that boy's soul.
$1,000? Yeah, 1,000.
1,000 should do it. 500 each. Come on, chuff up. Looks like what he got it.
Yeah, look like kind of a pauper. Skedaddle.
Okay, so I don't...
$1,000. Oh, that means I gotta go back that way.
I have to go all the way back through that shit. Fuck you.
Straight up.
Fuck you.
What did it look like?
Well, can't remember.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll come back. Let's keep guarding.
Let's keep cotton.
Please tell me that there's some sort of shortcut so I don't have to literally backtrack. Okay, so there is.
Deja. 2.
Danger. Poo.
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh, bother. I do believe I felt a bit of rumbly in my tumbly. And not in a good way. Okay, so yeah, there actually is a shortcut out of there. You have to jump down the poo hole.
Oh, lovely.
That just sounds
not-
vile.
It's this game is vile,
sounds-
my dude.
No, the fact it said I need to go down the pool hole is vile.
Yes,
That
this
just
whole
sounds like
section
some-
of the game is vile.
No. Like,
I know what you mean.
it sounds like you like some really fucked up butt stuff. That's what it
I
sounds
ma-
like.
I may be an idiot, sir, but there's one thing that I am not, and that, sir, is an idiot.
Oh, you idiot! I said across her nose, not up it.
You're washing yourself, right?
I gotta wash all the poo off.
So, while you're washing the poo off, you might want to wash your mind.
You might want to wash your mind.
I'm sorry, did I just swim under the ground?
Yes. What
I get
the
the feeling
fuck?
I'm doing this wrong.
What?
I turn away for 1 minute.
I keep seeking death. I was trying to say
Yeah, I get the feeling I was
seeking
doing
death.
that wrong.
Oh, I just saw squirrels seeking death. That's what I saw.
Yeah. So just like everything else in this game.
Wash that shit off.
Okay, I think I got all the poo off.
But did you use soap?
Conker only has what he needs when he needs it, but only when he's standing on B button context sensitive pads.
That just sounds like
And
a kid has
apparently one of-
alcohol.
Theoretically, he could pull soap out of nowhere if he wanted to, if the situation called for it, and he was standing on a context sensitive button pad. Because it has been shown canonically that whenever he's standing on a context sensitive button pad, he pulls out whatever the situation calls for.
What you're saying is, actually, I'm going to answer my own fucking question. He has Toon Force,
Yes,
but like I would say a light version of Toon Force.
but he needed a manual to figure out how to do. No, wait, no, he needed the manual to figure out how to use the more advanced context sensitive stuff like slingshots and throwing knives.
But still, he what the fuck?
I'm guessing that's this game's equivalent of the scary eel from Mario 64. Holy shit.
What came to mind was again Conker's Cavern, the grates where the things just pop out of nowhere. I hear a voice calling you.
Yeah, it's the money calling to me from up on that ledge. I can't get up there yet. I don't think. This game's, it's not very linear in... Well, I say that and it's going to make it sound like, oh, it's like Metroidvania-y. But no, it's like, it just kind of doesn't give you direction on where to go. But there's still like a linear order that wants to be played in.
Oh, you stink!
Yes, I'm pretty sure he does stink after spending so much time in the blue hole.
He spent so much time in the bull hole, he became bull.
And all he needed was a smackerel of honey. Okay, so, like, that whole section with the Great Mighty Pooh is actually a later part of the game that I did early. Like I said, this game, it kind of lets you deviate from the beaten path, but there's still, like, an order that you have to play everything in just so you can pass the toll gates, like we ran into earlier.
Kind of like Legend of Zelda, kind of does something similar to that.
Some of them do, yeah. Others, there's some of the Zelda games do, but others are a lot more linear.
Yeah, I mean for the N64 time, like
Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask definitely.
yeah, Majora's Mask or still the Ocarina of Time. You do a high jump over that.
You can only do a high jump from a standstill. So let's go. There we go.
Oh,
The door's locked anyway.
oh.
But I get the feeling it's going to be unlocked later.
I mean, hopefully they won't pull a Pokemon where they basically have all these interesting levels and stuff. You can't go nowhere. Oh, fuck. Motherfucker! I jumped. I just realized that's the same sound effect that you should use for those monsters in Clinker's Cavern.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
This is impressive, disturbing, and makes me
it's fun that I can.
Aha! So this is what I've got to
disturbing
do.
and makes me uncomfortable.
I'm sorry, what the fuck? Was that a nematode or something? Is it an
Bro,
Alaskan
this is-
bullworm?
It's that what's it called? What's that movie with the
Graboid,
Tremors.
you're talking
Worm.
about Tremors.
Tremors.
Yeah.
not Tremors, the one that just came out.
Oh.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
They had that weird bucket that people were saying was on the hole, basically.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, I'm clueless.
It's
I
the
have no
second.
idea.
You know what? It's the second level to Illbleed.
I see graboids from Tremors. That's what I see.
But if those are graboids, then where's Kevin Bacon?
Dune, there we go. Dune Part 2.
Oh,
Dude, oh! You're talking about the popcorn bucket.
Yeah. That's his little cousin.
So you're saying well, it's obviously not a sandworm because it's not coming out of the sand.
Yeah, that's his cousin. Vineworm. Why does that sound like a new member of Vine Sauce?
Vineworm is just what we call meat. You know, the meat character from mini
Yeah.
streams. That's a vineworm. You know, it is an earthworm canonically, and definitely not a penis.
My penis weenus. I have a theory.
Is it a game theory?
Walking. It's a game theory, yes. Instead of running, what about walking in that area?
Try. I can try.
Let's see if
It
it
is
works
worth a
off.
shot. Okay, so extra lives do respawn, even though the one in the barnyard area didn't respawn.
Oh.
Barnyard area is probably my. Hey, thanks for the resub, Shadow Dragon. Almost subbed for a full year. Damn.
Hmm.
Okay, when we hear tiptoeing music like that, it usually means we do have to tiptoe, so you might be onto something. Nope.
That was cheap.
the cheap shot.
He command grabbed you like it was fucking Marth from Melee. He has that Marth grab.
I was gonna say he's playing by Mortal Kombat AI rules, where they can just grab you from halfway across the screen.
I am not even shitting you. Marth has that grab from Melee.
That was
Anyone
the trip.
who's,
It was Trip was good. Got to go by the this comic store that I really like. Selections expanded a bit, but still kind of limited. Not due to like owner's personal preference or snobbishness or anything like that, thankfully, but just due to like if he exclusively sells Marvel published comics, he gets a better deal as far as like getting issues on time and early from Marvel distributors.
I will BRB. I just want to get. I want some more hot pockets.
Okay, but he also has branched out into selling like some technically non-Marvel published stuff of IPs that were either at one point or currently published by Marvel. Like he sells some Dark Horse Star Wars and some IDW Transformers.
Oh, nice.
And lots of figurines. He's also started selling Lego sets, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figurines, NECA figures of like the Universal monsters, and Godzilla stuff, like MonsterVerse stuff in general. He actually, when my mom mentioned to him that I'm a Godzilla fanatic, he pop quizzed me on like a bit of Godzilla trivia, and I got it right instantly. The piece of trivia he asked me was, when did Godzilla fly? I was like, that's easy. It's Godzilla versus Ghidorah towards the end of the movie. Godzilla shoots his atomic ray at the ground, and it lets him fly. He also remembered me as being one of his first customers from when the store first opened. So that was
nice.
that was nice of him. Even though I hadn't been there in 2 years.
Yeah, well.
Oh. Whew. Who are those guys? Oh, hello there. And what do you do then?
It'll cost you
Oh, how much?
a lot. Come back when you got more money. Go on your bike.
How much
So I don't have enough. A lot. So I don't have enough money for him either. I just wasted my time going up there.
I'm back.
I made it to the top just to find out I don't have enough money for whatever's up there.
Oh. So I decided not to get a Hot Pocket. I forgot I went and got chips. So does anyone want any chips and some cheese dip?
I've got some chips. I've got some tortilla chips.
Same here. I got some dip.
I
free
don't
to,
have any dip. I'm not really into dip. I prefer the chip on its own.
Depending on the chip, it really depends. It really depends on the chip for me.
Like I've never liked dip. I always thought that if it's a good chip, then it should be good without dip.
It really depends for me on the type of chip.
Aha!
feel
So
about
that's how I get that money.
Remind me, Ari. How did
You ginger bastard?
Cool. Laughing all the way to the bank.
So yes, remind me, Ari. How do you feel about guacamole?
I don't like guacamole.
What about
Okay.
guacamole?
You know, I have guacamole. I've just never played it. It was one of the first games I got for free on the Epic Store.
I think you might like it.
It's a Metroidvania. I know that much, and it's luchador themed.
Yeah, I played a little bit of it. I enjoy it.
I know Some Call Me Johnny gave it a good review, so that's usually a stamp of quality. Alright, how much money do I have now? I've got $900. I need 100 more to pay the toll toll. Or we could see... You see, the guy at the top of the hill didn't tell us how much money we need. He just said a lot.
Right.
Like, how much is a lot? It's like, he's using Bub's measurements, like, from, episode 3 of Strong Bad School Game for Attractive People. It'll cost you one big sack of cash.
I just realized
fuck
something.
you too.
Hear me out, okay? You can get a really big stack and put a little bit of cash in it. Didn't say how much cash had to be in it. It's a real big stack of cash.
You do not try to swindle Bubs. That's the perfect kind of way to get your kneecaps broken. And your data throttled.
I'm giving him exactly what he asked for.
Oh, how much do I need?
You'll find out when you've got it. Get lost.
You can just push him off the... Okay.
Yeah, the fall damage in this game's ridiculous. You fall from the... I mean, it's realistic fall damage in that, like, you could not... Hey, Dash Cat. Yeah, it's realistic fall damage in that you realistically could not fall from any of these heights and not get at least a little hurt.
Hey, Dash Cat. Sorry, I didn't get to... Yeah. I got some chips. You want some chips?
I got some chips over here. I just haven't... I've been trying to limit how much chips and other junk food I eat so I don't regain the weight I lost.
Yeah.
Oh, what did you have for dinner?
Yeah, share the details. Because all I had was like some cold chicken tenders that I got from the deli section of Food Lion. It's not even really a deli section. It's more of just like meat.
I almost picked up some frozen lasagna.
Oh, I am hungry. I want some lasagna. You're eating us out of house and home. Darn field. That's the only thing that... Like, I've got permanent brain rot related to the word lasagna. I just can't help but think of Garfield. Okay, so I can't go this way. I can't pay the troll toll for the guy. Hello, sir. I'm trying to escape. Did you not? Did you miss the Big Tay Flower? That was in part 1, my dude. Yes, you did miss the Big Tay Flower, but we can always go back to her just for, you know, old time's sake. She should still be there. We could go back to her and try and fail at bouncing on her massive rack because the physics for the hit detection for what counts as bouncing on her massive titties is a bit jank. More than a bit jank, actually, I would say. I would dare say it's cattywampus. There we go. There she is. You know, if somehow they were going to remake this game in a more direct fashion than what they did with Live and Reloaded, and they were to do a Japanese dub of this, just for, you know, shits and giggles, if they did a Japanese dub, I would say have her be played by Hitomi Tanaka. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, cheating on your girlfriend. I mean, to be fair, Barry's not exactly faithful either. They're both low-key cheating on each other. Would they get the same 5 actors for a remake? Depends on how many of them are still at Rare. I know Chris Seaver is, I believe, still at Rare. But I don't know if any of the others are. I am determined that there's something this way. I'm just not doing it right. Do I really just have to glide through it? Nope. Because it automatically launches me all the way back there.
Well, shit.
I'm at a loss. I don't know where to go because everywhere else has a toll that I'm $100 short for. I know Conker's VA came back for the Project Spark game that no one remembers. I remember. You see, I didn't get to play that, and now it's lost media unless you happen to download it at the time. Apparently, it was underwhelming because it was supposed to be episodic, but they only made 1 episode. But yeah, Chris Seaver voiced most of the characters in this game. So he came back to play Conker. There's also that young Conker thing, which it came out, but it's only available on Microsoft HoloLens, which isn't really a consumer-grade product, so no one's gotten to play it outside of, like, people that have money to drop on experimental VR devices that aren't meant to be used for, like, recreational purposes. It's really stupid that they made that game in the first place and then made it impossible to play unless you happen to work in a research environment, basically. It's like they wanted it to. It's like they wanted everyone to hate it on announcement, and then they also wanted it to be something no one would ever get the chance to play for themselves and see whether it's any good or not.
And so, honestly, to the fandom.
Like, if you're gonna shit all over the brand, at least own up to your shit and let people experience it.
Exactly. Let people fight. Let people
play with your shit, no matter how smelly it is.
Be the great mighty Pooh. Become the great mighty Pooh. Feel the emotion of the great mighty Pooh.
What I find funny about Conker Live and Reloaded is that while most of the dialogue for the game is like the exact same audio files, just in higher quality, the Great Mighty Pooh song was entirely re-recorded. Same actor. It's just he performs it slightly differently, like a lot bassier tone to it.
I mean, you think about it too. It's one of the highlights of the game too.
Yep.
Or should I say, it is the highlight.
Yes.
I'm gonna be right back. I just put the cheese in the refrigerator so they don't go bad.
Nothing worse than bad cheese. Trust me, I've had bad cheese before.
Yep.
Put it in gel, let it get reformed, and let it become good cheese.
Like, you see, I had some cheese in my fridge that my mother had given to me during her last visit. I was like, oh, provolone cheese, I'll have this with a sandwich. And I take a bite and I'm like, this provolone tastes a little bit too flavorful for provolone. What the hell is up with this? And I look at the packaging, and even though there's like no mold or anything on this cheese, it says that it expired in February. I'm like, oh. That's why. That's why the cheese is spicy. That's why the provolone is spicy. Live and Reloaded is weirdly censored. I'm not sure why. Microsoft forced them to censor it further, even though the original intention was to release it uncensored.
Now I'm getting paid
I wonder what Crypto Luigi's up to now that everyone's basically bailed on crypto. Actually, knowing Crypto Luigi, he's probably gotten into AI.
AI, the new crypto.
The only good crypto is the super dog.
Yeah, right.
Except for the TV show. That show was dog shit. Pun intended.
I only saw like maybe 1 or 2 episodes of that
That was like, okay, so like I got home at really annoying hours of the day because my mom was a teacher. Like I would have to stay. She was a teacher at my school, so I would not be able to get home until she got off work, which meant I missed all the good shows on the afternoon Magoozy vlog on Cartoon Network. But I got home just in time to see fucking Crypto the Super Dog every day like clockwork.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, I am bitter about that. Thank you for asking.
Hey, what about me?
Crypto! Super dog! That's all I know.
Rough and away.
Oh, that's $100 you need.
Yeah, there's some
right?
Yeah, there's some money right back there. I gotta figure out how to get it. My guess is probably something up on these upper levels that I have to interact with. Also, I found out that Birdie got his name from, like, you know how I said that Birdie's whole fascination with Mepsi packs came from a developer who liked Pepsi Max on the Rare team? Birdie himself is based on that developer, and whose nickname was Beardy. Like, I didn't grow up. I was born slightly too late to grow up with a lot of the DC animated universe. You know, the classic DC cartoons.
Stuff I grew up with.
I was born in the prime demographic to grow up with fucking Crypto the Super Dog.
Hey, Dash Cat. There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
I saw the Underdog movie in theaters, and I'm never going to. I haven't told him this yet, but I'm never going to let Miles live it down for taking me to see that movie. That was his idea.
Oh, jeez.
It had a theme song. It had a theme song by Corey from Corey in the House.
What?
It had a rap theme song by Corey from Corey in the House.
I did not see that movie on principle. I knew how bad it was going to be.
I wanted to see it just because I knew it was going to be bad.
All right, as much as we meme on Kyle Massey for being a creep and for being in Corey in the House, can we talk about how, of course, since he was like the only black child star that Disney had, they of course decided he was going to be a rapper?
Yeah. Then they realized when they got Corbin Blue, that was not a good idea. I really did like Corbin Blue's hair, though.
Corbin Blue
was like really hair. Oh, it was so. I want hair like that.
Like, Corbin Blue may not have been a great musician, in my opinion, or a particularly great actor for the stuff that he was in during his
it was his high school
time
musical,
at Disney.
Probably. But
it was High School Musical. No one turned in a good performance.
Oh, it was
there.
one other thing too, and I don't remember what double dutching thing. I remember.
Yeah, that double Dutch movie. I genuinely don't know why. Do I have to get the key again and use it to unlock that gate?
Maybe.
It's hard to figure out because unlike Banjo-Kazooie or a lot of other collectathon platformers of this era, they don't really give you clues on what you're supposed to do. Or at least from, like, you know, like mission descriptors to show you, like, what you've got in this area and what you haven't. Okay, so I can't get the key again. because you have to hit it with the frying pan first time, and this time hitting it with the frying pan does nothing.
He's immune to frying pans. Have we tried throwing shit at him?
That's the Great Mighty Pooh's thing, and we flushed him last time.
I mean, you could throw other shit at him.
But
There's
where are
all
we
types of
supposed to
shit.
get a huge supply of Tish without the Great Mighty Pooh's chocolate starfish?
And with that, I am going. Hey, Cloud.
hey,
And
Cloud.
the yes pops up for that.
What, do you have some ideas, Cloud, related to shit? Do you have some ideas on where we could get a big supply of shit? Even though the Great Mighty Pooh's been flushed.
Please enlighten us.
Then I was just being random. Perfectly in tune with this game's sense of storytelling.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh god. Like
Feed
I
a
said,
giant a
that
bunch of... We already did the prune thing with the cows. We already fed some cows some prunes, so we could get enough shit to make a bowl of food, so we could break down the gate to Pooh Mountain. And that is a sentence that I just said that I'll probably never be able to say again in context.
Oh god.
Okay, my sound wasn't coming through. That's weird.
Sorry.
Fuck, it's not coming. I'm doing the chocolate mountain, candy mountain bullshit. Fuck.
My God, the shotgun.
No, I'm mad.
You
I don't feel like going to options and taking the. I don't feel like doing all that. That's no.
You know, honestly, guys, I'm getting really tired. I'm gonna probably go to sleep. So, you have a good
That's
stream,
fine.
Ari.
Thank you.
Have
a good rest.
night.
Thank you.
Have a good night's sleep. Snore.
Yeah, for once it wasn't Cloud that fired the shotgun at me. Although it is nice to see that the trigger fire redeems are working again.
Good night, everyone.
I think you mean, good night, everybody. I get the feeling I have to get through somewhere else. Like, I'm trying to apply logic based on my knowledge of collectathon 3D platforms of this era to Conker's Bad Fur Day, which is a game that defies logic at multiple points.
Is there any?
Did
way
I
to
do the
jump on
zombie
top
part of this
that
game?
thing?
No, I have not. I kind of sequence broke a bit and did the Great Mighty Pooh after doing the barnyard. And now I just don't know where to go. Like, I'm $100 short of being able to get past the guards. And then there's also that guy in the barrel at the top of the Worm Mountain who just says, I don't have enough money, and that I'll know when I have enough.
He doesn't know where to go. And neither do I.
What part did I finish? I have finished the tutorial, I finished the barnyard, and I finished the Great Mighty Pooh. And the section leading up to the Great Mighty Pooh. I know one of the sections is like a water level. That involves like catfish. But I don't know how to get there. I think that's where I'm supposed to go next. This isn't exactly the most intuitively laid out world by rare standards. Like, I don't mean to say this to, you know, disparage an N64 classic, but from what I've heard from people that grew up with this game, like, you don't play it for the gameplay, you play it for the humor.
Shit, that water looks clear. Wait, what? What?
Bats Tower's next, you believe? Okay, how do I get to Bats Tower? I think I've seen it off in the distance, which is, you know, one of the cool things about this. Yeah, Bats Tower is that away. We just gotta figure out how to get there.
Call Bugs Bunny to build you a tunnel. Make sure to get left Albuquerque.
But not taking a left turn at Albuquerque is exactly
Hold on.
how Bugs gets to places like that.
What's that tree spot there?
That leads to the barnyard.
Ah, okay. Do you think there might be
Maybe there's some stuff in Pooh Mountain area that we missed. Like this right here. I can't believe I didn't see this before. Where's this lead?
Oh shit, you found a spot.
Holy shit, I've been...
I get the impression somebody doesn't want me to be
The entrance was over
here.
here
They don't
all
want me to go
along.
that way.
I've been wandering around for like an hour now, when all I had to do was go here.
Oh shit. That's some crazy shit, ain't it?
Back off. Saw it off. This is such a British game.
Feck off.
They couldn't
I
say
had some
fuck, but
soul
they
in
could
that
say
shit.
They couldn't say fuck, but they could say feck.
No, I said it was some soul though, didn't I?
You put some stank on it.
Oh. Uh-oh. I think it's about to...
And that's why you'll never see me walking across a rope bridge. That and my fear of heights.
Ah, heck. Doesn't like I'm going that way just yet.
This game taught you the word twat when you were a kid. I can't remember what taught me the word twat.
I think it was you that taught me that word.
Although that wasn't when you were a kid. That was very much when you were growing up.
Yeah, I only heard it when I was an adult.
I know
Never
that
as a
Sean...
kid.
If any of you are old enough to remember SeanBaby.com, early, like, internet video game humor website that was, like, very edgy for its time, he taught me the word cunt. Because, he did a Photoshop of Cutman's intro from, Mega Man 1, where he made it say cunt man.
I don't remember when I first heard that word. I don't. It's been so long.
Sean Baby's like a relic of early internet that, like, he wasn't like necessarily offensive, just like his humor involved like using lots of swears, and that I say that wouldn't fly today not because of like any sort of moral guardian purity thing, but instead because you need more than that to stand out.
Yeah.
He was also a regular contributor to Electronic Gaming Monthly. He had his own segment towards the end of each issue called, he had a regular segment, toward the end of each issue of EGM called, The Rest of the Crap. Which is where he just covered, like, the worst games that came out that month.
Do you remember if he recommended any of the crappy games?
I don't know. It's been forever since I've read EGM. I don't think I even have any of my issues anymore. I've got some of my tips and tricks issues. I'm proud of that, because tips and tricks was my shit. Especially the issues that had pencil puzzles, where, like, you would fill in different patterns of squares according to the guide that they gave you, and it would eventually form a sprite art picture.
You try a hot air balloon. I think we talked about that before.
I would never fly in a hot air balloon. I'm fine with flying in planes. Because, you know, despite what the recent rash of planes falling apart mid-flight would tell you, you're usually pretty safe on a plane.
As long as it's not Boeing.
Problem is, Boeing produces most of the planes in the world. They
Yeah,
have like an effective
Also,
monopoly
it's-
on airplane production.
it's a joke, but yeah.
Like,
this
I have
point, you
family
better
members that have legit never flown on a plane before.
Ah.
They're older than me.
I've flown on a plane a few times, going to and from Florida and to and from the Bahamas.
I've never flown to Florida. I've only gone on road trips there. And let me tell you, driving basically halfway across the country just to go to Florida is not a fun trip. Oh, well, it's fun once you get to Orlando, because that's like the only part of Florida that's worth going to.
I almost drove down dating this girl online, which I needed to tell her happy birthday because it's been a minute. Her birthday was the 3rd. But yeah, I was gonna go down to Georgia.
Were you looking for a soul to steal?
Believe it or not, she was a religious girl.
Were you in a bind? And I'm trying to remember how the lyrics to "Devil and Down to Georgia" go.
I didn't have a fiddle.
As a Floridian, every place that is in Orlando or Miami sucks. I've heard that even Miami sucks unless you're just going to the beach.
I've been to Fort Lauderdale and wherever the fuck Disney is at.
That's Orlando.
It was alright. I was like 10.
Orlando's where all the theme parks are.
Yeah, I was like 10 though, but I was homesick apparently. I don't even know if I was homesick.
Here's my hot take on Orlando, Florida. Universal Studios is better than Disney World. I will not
my hot
elaborate
take.
further.
I have an even hotter take. Wildwood, New Jersey, because it has a whole bunch of beaches and theme parks, is better than Disney. Also, Six Flags is better than Disney. And
Well, it depends on which Six Flags. Because remember,
One
there's
by me.
multiple.
One by me, obviously, New Jersey. But we got Hurricane Horrible. I don't think we have the Animal Kingdom. I don't remember. I don't go to that part. And we have the regular amusement park. It's a great time. It's a wonderful experience.
Meanwhile, the two big parks for my state are Carowinds and King's Dominion, which are basically the exact same park, just on the opposite sides of the state. They both used to be owned by Paramount, but then Paramount dissolved its park division. So the parks are still open, but they had to remove all the Paramount-related branding, which means that, like, the only copyrighted characters that they are allowed to use anymore, due to striking a separate brand deal after the closure, is Peanuts. Whereas before, like, it was like Nickelodeon, Star Trek, Top Gun. They had a Scooby-Doo ride, and they kept the Scooby-Doo ride. They just removed all traces of Scooby-Doo from it, except it still plays the Scooby-Doo theme at the end.
So I don't think there's anything you can
How
do.
better? Keep in mind, I haven't been to Orlando in general since, like, 4th grade, so things have changed a lot. But part of my preference for Universal Studios over Disney World is that it feels less like it's trying to sell you on... Like, even though it's literally called Universal Studios, it feels less like it's trying to sell you on a giant corporate brand and more like it's trying to recreate the movie experiences with each ride. And that always appealed to me more. Plus, I've never been that big into Disney.
For me personally, I can explain for me personally. For Six Flags, for Wildwood, the wait times are about half of whatever Disney was when I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
Though Disney does have some rides I want to get on. Sadly, I couldn't get on some of them because my aunt was afraid. Like I wanted to get on the Men in Black ride.
Oh, the Men in Black ride is great.
I wanted to
And
get on. I
that's
wanted to
at
get on the Tower of Terror.
that's at Universal.
No, that was also at Disney. That was one at Disney.
No, Disney did not have a Men in Black ride. They had a ride that was almost exactly the same, but it was Toy Story themed.
I remember. Oh, I remember my aunt telling me no, deliberately.
They had an alien. They had an attraction there that wasn't exactly a ride. That was like alien invasion themed. That might be what you're thinking of, but it wasn't specifically Men in Black because that's a Universal product. It was, and I actually went on that. If it's the one I'm thinking of, then it's probably the one that gave me nightmares as a kid. But it also had like some cool ass stuff at the gift shop, and I hate that I lost the figure that I bought there of the alien. It was called Extraterrestrial. Like they remodeled it to be a Lilo and Stitch themed attraction because parents complained that the original incarnation was too scary. Which it was. It was too scary for Disney World. Yeah, there's yeah, I haven't been there since they added the Transformer. Well, to give you an idea of when the last time I was there, I need to figure out how to get across this fucking bridge.
I think you need a double jump for it.
This is the closest thing we have to a double jump.
Oh, so, Dash Cat said that you ground pound the water tower near the barn.
Yeah, I did everything in the barn area.
I need to look up a list at the. I went to all the Disney parks. I need to figure out the right list.
I could go back to the barn though. See if there is something I missed there. I'm pretty sure I got everything.
If there's $100 there, and you get it, can I scream?
Yes. I can't because I would get yelled at by the guy next door who coincidentally yells a lot more than I do.
I'll scream for you.
You'll scream for both of us.
Yeah.
I would scream for ice cream, but I'm out of ice cream. All I've got is frozen dairy treat.
I could go for some ice cream.
And you may be wondering, what the hell is the difference between ice cream and frozen dairy treat? There actually is a difference, and it's about the quality.
Yeah.
I mean, I would normally go for the ice cream, but they were having buy one, get one free on Oreo ice cream sandwiches, so I had to go for the cheap shit because it was buy one, get one free, and it's usually really expensive.
Yeah. Something I missed that I think they already done with promotion, and that was the banana pudding thing they had at Cold Stone. It got to the point whenever I wanted some.
I would not know because I do not live anywhere near a Cold Stone. My sister works at Cold Stone, but that's way far away from me.
You should ask her about the banana pudding ice cream thing they had. I think it was quite enjoyable.
All I know about like what her thoughts on working at Cold Stone is that she hates making milkshakes. Because it's a whole process versus just scooping some ice cream. Did I roll the ball of shit up the shit tower? Like, I'm going back to the barn area first to make sure that I ground pounded the water tower. And then I'll check to see if I rolled the ball up the shit tower. I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty sure. But it's been like 2 weeks since I last played this game, so I very easily could have missed that. This is going to be an interesting VOD to upload because it's going to be a lot of me not making progress.
Think of it this way. There's a lot. It means a lot of comments.
I mean, the most recent comment I got was just someone on my Legend of Dragoon VOD saying, "Oh wow, another garbage VTuber." And I'm like,
no one asked for your opinion.
If you couldn't tell that I was a VTuber from the thumbnail, or the channel branding, or the fucking VTuber hashtag on the video, or VTuber being in the tags for my metadata, then that's on you, my dude. Like, don't get mad at me for you not being able to read.
You know what I gotta say? Oh look, another shitty YouTube comment.
I mean,
I'm not gonna put that.
It's an age-old saying on YouTube that that if you're a YouTuber, you don't read the comments. Like, the comments are usually just cancer-inducing.
It really depends on the type of stuff, and
it depends on the depending on how big the channel is, depends on whether you get the really bad bot comments.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I did the rep out here, but we'll try it again just for shits and giggles.
We were saying shit a lot.
Gee, I wonder why.
Oh shit.
I'm surprised I survived that. Usually this game is not that generous with fall damage. Yeah, I already did it? Okay. Thanks for clarifying before I presumably died again.
Hey. Real 4. Since I'm kind of like at a loss for what to say about Conker's Bad Fur Day at this point, because we haven't really made much progress, would you guys like to hear the worst fact that I know about a pop culture icon? I'm scared.
It has to do with the Domino's Pizza boy.
Wait. I think I know this one. You told me this one, I think, right?
I'm pretty sure you know this one, but I'm sure that the people in chat might not know this. The Noid, for those of you who were not around for his reign of terror, was the mascot for Domino's Pizza in the late 80s, early 90s. He was like a claymation man in a bunny suit. Not like sexy bunny suit, like supervillain bunny costume. But he was very popular and successful spokesperson mascot for Domino's Pizza. And you may be wondering, why would they discontinue using such a popular mascot? The answer is, there was a man named Kenneth Noid who had paranoid schizophrenia and thought that Domino's was directly mocking him with the Noid mascot. This is appropriate music for this story. So, damn it, I lost my shit.
I think you did this one. I think.
But, yeah, he thought that Domino's was making fun of him, specifically with the Noid mascot. So he went to his local Domino's and he held 2 employees hostage at gunpoint, asking for like various conspiracy theory related books and stuff. In exchange for the hostage's safety. No one got hurt in the process, thankfully, but that led to, you know, fucking hack fraud journalists saying, you know, headlines about, oh, Domino's couldn't avoid the Noid this time. So Domino's discontinued the Noid advertisements and retired the Noid mascot for decades, up until just a couple years ago, to try and distance themselves from the incident. Yes, this was the day of reckoning that Papa John was talking about. And I'm pretty sure this happened before Papa John's even opened. Papa John's is one of the more relatively new pizza places.
Yeah.
Did you know Papa John's got sued by Pizza Hut?
No, I didn't know that.
They got sued by Pizza Hut early in their life because they claimed that they were factually better than Pizza Hut. Which, like, you can't just do that in a commercial and not expect to get sued. What happened? So, I guess I already did that part. Yeah, basically, like, it was settled out of court, but Domino's had to change, not Domino's, Papa John's had to change their ad campaign for a bit because they started out like directly comparing themselves to Pizza Hut, and Pizza Hut didn't take too kindly to that. Like, it's generally seen as bad form and asking for trouble in advertising to directly compare yourself to your competitors and name and shame.
They should have went with a roundabout way of saying we're better than the competitive, or
yeah, that's why they always say we're better than the competition, or you know, better than the leading brand or whatever, instead of saying we're better than this specific brand.
Like, you know, the one with the weird roof, it tastes better than they do.
There's a tunnel in at that pool of water. I will.
I'm gonna kick the shit out of this bastard.
I keep forgetting that the dung beetles are aggressively Scottish.
They're Scottish.
There's a tunnel at that pool of water. Okay, so let's see, pool of water. I'm trying to find which pool of water you are speaking of. Keep in mind, chat delay, so it's gonna be a little bit... Oh, over here.
Oh.
Oh, this is back over here. Yeah, I tried coming here before and they keep kicking my shit out. Keep stun locking me. If this is genuinely the way you're supposed to go, then that's just bad design. Because the poo drains that pool. Okay, so I have discovered that there's two paths up the poo mountain. One of them takes you to the great mighty poo. And then there's this one that I haven't been up yet. So we're not done with the shitty part of the game yet, unfortunately.
Oh shit.
Oh shit indeed. I hope you like those sloppy poo sounds. Because I know Dash Cat said he doesn't.
I hear more than just that.
Please don't elaborate.
I'm not going to.
You call me a scouser? Is it anyway? I'm from New Brighton, you know.
Oh yeah, that's where I dropped it on the big dung beetle. Okay, because I got the poo all the way to the top. Did I not make the poo ball big enough? Is that the problem? I don't know, because there's nothing, like, communicating to me. Like, I'm speaking with, like, my game designer brain, from having taken game design courses. There's nothing about this section that tells me push the ball of poo up the mountain, and that'll drain the water.
Maybe bring it up, bring it down, and push it that way. I don't know.
I'm not saying like I don't know how this works. I'm saying like there's nothing that would intuitively tell the player this is what you're supposed to do. Like I don't necessarily need it spelled out, you know, very obviously for me. Like, I don't need a tutorial message to pop up saying to push the poo up the mountain. But, like, some sort of visual indicator of what you're supposed to do. See, it just breaks. You're supposed to drop the poo in the pool. Okay. Yeah, I thought I already did the poo mountain thing. No, it's not your fault. There's a lot of, unintended, a lot of shit that you have to do in this area.
Oh shit.
I don't blame you. At all. So yeah, now I know to just push the poo into the pool.
You know what the funny thing is? I heard it and I just pushed the poo into the pool. I'm like, what?
I mean, pushing the poo into the poo is what we've been doing this whole time.
But you try pushing the poo into the poo into the poo into the poo.
Oh, I see.
Oh shit.
He's having a pretty shitty day.
Did you drop another one on them? Oh, you ground pound on that thing.
You don't have a ground pound move outside of context-sensitive actions.
Oh.
Have a good night, Shadow Dragon.
Have a good night. I just realized something. How the fuck do you swim in water wearing a cannon fucking ball of death?
Very carefully. Okay, so we don't go down the whirlpool.
You don't go down the hole.
We don't go down the hole that... The one time we don't want to go into a hole. Crazy.
The funny thing is, I wonder how many people got my reference. Where to go down the hole?
Here's the thing, you expect the cannonball suit to be made out of metal, but it's actually just made out of foam rubber.
Oh, God. How does it hurt? With spikes.
Have you never heard of live-action role-playing? You pretend that it's actually made of metal.
I just heard.
No, no, I'm just
yeah,
pulling.
I want to fight you.
I extracted that explanation directly from my rep.
All I heard was, "Hey, yeah, I want to fist fight you." Oh, catfish.
Squirrel person, are you begging for food? Meow. What? Well, you look like you could do with a little extra, my boy. And we thought you might actually be interested in earning some cash. Meow.
So you
bring me cash.
No.
Okay.
So you're going to get your $100 here, I believe.
This awful brute swimming around. He's terrible and he's stolen our valuable belongings. We need somebody disposable to go in and, well, get rid of him. Meow. Me, you mean? Well, you can't expect one of us to go, can he, ladies? We're blue-blooded, don't you know? Well, ask this to you then. I gotta watch out for myself. Dear, what language?
I know, it's crazy.
Let me handle it, dear. Listen, here, you. Listen to me. We'll give you 10%. And that's our final offer. Now. 10%? Yes. But one thing to remember. Shh, come closer. He's easily wound up. Yes. Oh, and by the way, the safe has a combination. Yes, you know what that means? Well, when it's not dangerous down there for us, come back and we'll open it for you. Well, good luck. Go on, chop, off with you. Meow.
Everyone uses Conker.
What was that about disposable? Hey! Oh, well, cash.
Yeah, and he's okay with it because he gets cash in the end.
What about me?
Cash to spend on booze.
Hey, over here.
Hey, over here.
Some money over here.
This is gonna be the Jaws parody part of the game, isn't it? I can just smell it. Or is that still Pooh Mountain I'm smelling? Oh, I think I see what we gotta do here.
Yeah, the thing.
He said he's easily wound up. That's an obvious hint.
I was gonna say the hole.
Yeah. Problem is the camera angle sucks here. So. Oh, this is just a whole other area. Okay. This is gonna be a whole ass stage just to get rid of that dogfish, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder what
We got
that
flying
Tales of
fish,
Conker game was going to be
catfish.
about. It was going at one point. It was. Oh, I know this guy. I know this guy. This is a part of the game you could not get away with today.
Oh.
Why is it everybody so offensive around here?
Either bring me back me missing cogs. Oh, off.
You don't have to shout.
I'm deaf. Speak up. Oh, off.
Hang on a second.
Well, hello there. And aren't you the handsome one? Tell me, would you be prepared to do me a small favor? A little help, of course.
Hi. And, yes, I would. Maybe.
You see, my other self has lost a few of his, shall we say, friends. And if you don't get them back, my life will be a misery. It already is.
And?
Just get them back. There's a good fellow. Ta-ta, ta-ta. You twat! Don't ever do that again! Now f*** off!
Do it again. So,
I will forever associate that that you twat don't ever do that again. Now fuck off. Voice clip with a couple of YouTube poops by Alvin Earthworm back when he used to do YouTube poops.
oh, to the left.
Take it back
Here.
there, y'all. One hop this time. Two hops this
Two
time.
hops this time.
Yeah, this is.
Crisscross.
I'm aware that this mission is pretty yikes. You could not get away with this entire part of the game today.
I mean, of course, you're pretending that they're keys, they're fire keys.
No, that's not the part I'm talking about.
I'm being that guy.
That's not
The
the part that
oblivious
you can't
guy.
get away with today. Also, is it just me or is the perspective on this hole kind of fucked?
A little weird.
Like, it looks wider than it should be. All due to the texturing and the perspective.
Yeah.
Like, it's supposed to be very narrow, but due to the camera angle, it looks wide.
Yeah. And because of the camera angle too, you almost missed the rope.
What is it with Rareware games and having you tightrope walk across very narrow pathways? Like, why is this a thing in all of their 3D platformers? It was never good. I don't mean to be so critical of this game, but, like, I'm noticing this game has a lot of the worst parts of Rare's 3D platformers in it. Stuff that they should have grown out of by 2001.
What you're saying is you're not being critical, you're being moist critical.
Like, I'm not going into this looking to say, like, oh, this game is shit, or anything like that. But I just can't help but notice these things.
I'm just being silly.
Yeah, this game was one of the last Nintendo 64 games to be released. So yeah, it was 2001. That's part of the reason why Nintendo didn't give it much promotion, you know, other than the extreme adult content, was because it was supposed to come out like right around the time of the GameCube, so they didn't want to promote N64 stuff when they had their new console on the way. Because Nintendo's not like Microsoft and Sony, where they'll keep their previous gen console on life support for a few years. Like, starting with the GameCube, it was like, oh, the new thing's out, fuck the old one.
Don't fuck the old one.
Unless it's the Wii U, in which case the Wii still got stuff outlasting the Wii U.
Yeah.
I wonder if Nintendo would treat this game differently if it was made today. Well, they still probably wouldn't publish it. Like, they didn't publish it originally. But they would probably not, you know, try to bury it like, they did back in the day. Like, this is one of Rare's only games of that era that was self-published by Rare. And, like, Nintendo manufactured it still. But as far as, like, marketing it goes, they would only advertise it on late-night blocks and in adult magazines like Playboy. Also, here's a fun bit of trivia. What do Conker, Vex, and, I think there's one more game that I can't remember off the top of my head. Basically, these three games have in common is that one of their E3 promotional goodies you could get at their E3 booth was a, like, for Conker, if you went to where E3 was showing off Conker's Bad Fur Day back in the day, when you could, like, they allowed civilians to go to E3 instead of just the press, you could get a Conker branded condom.
Oh, God. I wonder if anyone even used it.
You can still find them on eBay. Thankfully still sealed, but I would not recommend using them.
Using them, yeah, I would not use it. Like, I'm just curious when they pre-expired, did anyone use it? That's what I'm curious about.
I hope not, just because it's a neat novelty to have. But there was another one for the teen-rated PS2 and GameCube and Xbox platformer Vex, where you could also get a Vex condom at their E3, and it had printing on its packaging that said Vex before you sex.
I want to smash my head into a wall for that one. Oh, my knees.
Now we just need, for that Gex collection, they need to do, Gex condoms. And you know what they need to say on them?
What?
Practice safe Gex.
They're literally tanks. You gotta jump over them.
Yeah. I'm thinking about the Xbox version where these guys are just roaming everywhere and you can beat the shit out of them normally, but they take like 6 hits to kill. Oh, so if you fall, it just sends you back out here and you have... Oh, fuck this section. Fuck this section so hard.
Oh, God. My
Fuck
knees.
Don't fuck this. You'll probably get some sort of disease.
You get some shit on you. Oh,
no, that was
fuck my knees.
And I have to see the cutscene again. Thankfully, you can skip it by holding Z and pressing L. You're so bad. I'm trying to burn his ass, but I can't see where he's coming from.
You never see it coming.
Hey, I know your game.
All of this to get rid of a fish dog? Yeah.
Hey, what's that?
Speedrun strats, hell yeah, brother. I would do the Hulk Hogan slash Macho Man Randy Savage voice for that, but my throat's kind of fucked.
Somebody get me!
I was on the long drive back from the beach and then back from my mom's to get home so I could be comfortable and in my own home. I made the mistake of singing along to some black metal.
The depth perception is
Yeah, the depth perception in this part's just fucked. See, the thing about the rope physics in this game is that there are no rope physics. The ropes are stationary. They just look like they move.
What's physics?
I think physics is that thing they use to make boobs jiggle in Dead or Alive games.
I thought that was some grape jelly.
One of my favorite bits of development trivia I know about the Dead or Alive series is that for Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball 2, they came up with their own custom physics engine just for boob jiggle.
And for that, we applaud them.
It's very unrealistic boob jiggle, but, you know,
But
still a technical achievement.
in my
Like
opinion,
the thing that makes Dead or Alive Extreme 2's jiggle so unique in how its physics engine handles it is that each booba has its own independent physics.
all I gotta say is this: more unrealistic booba and booty jiggle physics, and of course,
Hey, don't do that.
you already know. To impress sausage physics also is very real.
Yes, independently. The left and the right booba have independent jiggle from each other and react differently from each other instead of being programmed to like react to the same stimuli at the same time.
Didn't they do
It's
that also in
genuinely
the third
technically
game?
impressive, even if the results look stupid as hell.
I mean, I'm all for the super jiggle physics.
And this was in the Xbox 360 era. This was like first year of Xbox 360's life,
Yeah,
first or second year,
after the
like
second
2006,
game, so I don't-
2007. Yeah, now I've got no more
Second-
lives. It's okay, I didn't have a life anyway.
What's the life? Is that a type of candy or a mint? Oh, my knees. Ooh. Don't get old, kids. Yeah, alright.
You only know DOA from its Beach minigame spinoff. Yeah, the independent jiggle physics comes from the second of the Beach spinoffs, Dead or Alive Extreme 2.
Yeah, that's the one I got. Like, my
The third
experience
one-
with Dead or Alive.
The third one never made it outside of Japan and Asia because Koei Tecmo was just like, we're not gonna bother releasing it in the West, even though it's already in English.
Yeah, you gotta get the Asia one. You can get it.
Yeah,
off
you have
of,
to
Play Asia.
you have to buy the Asian version from Play Asia, not the Japanese version, specifically the Asian version for the English-speaking Asian territories, to play it in English.
I'm actually surprised it's not on Steam.
I mean, most of the Dead or Alive games aren't on Steam.
So, did you get him?
Yes, we got him.
And I know damn well why it's not on Steam. It's because they know exactly what the Dead or Alive fandom's going to do with a PC version of Dead or Alive.
There is a PC version, I think. Is there a 6, I think?
Yeah, of 6, the worst one.
We want beach volleyball.
Like back in
3.
the day of like only the first Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball being out. Yeah, in the last game they gave the characters like more clothing and no one bought it. Because they decided to try and sell Dead or Alive on its fighting mechanics instead of its sex appeal, when all it was known for was its sex appeal.
I mean, wouldn't you want to see characters fight in skimpy
Why
outfits?
is it everybody so offensive?
Like, they had optional, you know, less covered outfits that you could get for the characters, but of course those were paid DLC.
Yeah, well, someone's going to pay for that. Well, you can just
I mean,
watch
you'd be
someone pay
surprised.
for
You'd be
it.
surprised. Dead or Alive 5 has over $100 worth of DLC in just costumes.
I'm not surprised.
Hey, I know your game.
Was Dead or Alive a good fighting game? I only know it for the tits.
It's alright.
I wouldn't be able to tell you because I'm not a fighting game expert.
To me, it's okay. I prefer Tekken. That's just me, though.
Like, to my knowledge, Dead or Alive came about partly due as like a response to Virtua Fighter and Tekken.
That's
And
for
like
Virtua Fighter also.
its big appeal, apart from you know, the jiggle physics, which have been there since the first game, has been stage transitions.
Yeah.
Like seamless transitions from one arena to the next, depending on like where you knock someone out.
Tekken 4 started doing that.
Tekken 4 started doing that, but Dead or Alive did that earlier.
Yeah. Like, when it comes to fighting games, it's okay. Like, I prefer Tekken, Virtua Fighter, Street Fighter, Darkstalkers. It's not my go-to, is what I'm trying to say. Besides, if you want a good place to start, in my opinion, it's the Dreamcast version of 2.
Yeah, Dead or
I
Alive 2
actually
is
like
probably
that
the
one.
most easily accessible Dead or Alive game to play right now in terms of like being easy to emulate and being easy to get a hold of secondhand. If you want
I'm just talking about
physical copy.
mechanic-wise.
Well, mechanic-wise too, but I'm talking about like literal accessibility, like being able to access it.
Yeah.
Because like Dead or Alive 5 has so many different versions of it that it gets confusing to know which one to buy. It's not like a Street Fighter situation where you just buy the latest version. It's like they're all the same game, but which version you buy determines how many characters you get. I guess it's like a Mortal Kombat game without the fatalities. The titties, I mean.
Go to the Tekken.
You joke about that, but Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe is basically Mortal Kombat without the fatalities.
Yeah.
It's the only team-rated Mortal Kombat.
Like I said, it's. I kind of feel that Dead or Alive is a closer competitor second.
Somebody get me.
And
Yeah,
Virtua
definitely.
Hey, you can go to the pool area.
Hurry up, pick me up, shithead. Cool. Laughing all the way to the bank.
You know what? I
Like
found 20 bucks.
like
on my yard.
DC was very Warner Brothers and DC Comics were very specific that DC characters were not allowed to perform fatalities, even if it was the villains. So instead of fatalities, they get heroic brutalities, where they just beat the shit out of you really hard.
Which we all know they did.
But thankfully, Joker's fatality would get recycled into 2 different Mortal Kombat games.
And
First
then
one
they
being
remade-
as one of them obviously being for Mortal Kombat 11, where Joker was added as a DLC character. But the other one being as Shang Tsung's default fatality in Mortal Kombat 9, where he gets both him and, you know, Joker in Mortal Kombat 11 get the uncensored version of the planned fatality for Joker in Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe, where he pulls out the, you know, the bang flag gun and, like, you know, uses it to spook the opponent and then pulls out an actual pistol and shoots them.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently brutalities can be heroic. Listen, we should just be thankful that they didn't give Stryker heroic brutalities, given that he's a cop.
I'm cringing. I am cringing so hard right now. And you ain't paying for my cringe.
Okay, I didn't see any other cogs up there. No. I think there's other tunnels you have to get through to get the cogs. Okay. That makes sense. Probably gonna play for just a little bit longer because it is getting pretty late here. It's 1 a.m. And I have not been sleeping well for the past week because the ventilation in our beach house was kind of shit. Which, you know, to be expected of a beach house that was built in the 1960s. Other tunnels in this area, okay. Do I seriously have to talk to the cog again to trigger something? No, I don't. So I went all the way up here and got the money that's up there. And I didn't see any other tunnels this way. For fuck's sake, I've seen enough of that goddamn bat already.
I just say you're jumping, you baddie.
As someone who's technically part bat, I find that offensive.
But you're not a fish, you're half vampire, half elf.
I don't want to say that is our word because it doesn't have the same connotations. But I feel like that death was deserved.
Yes, we got him.
I just heard that was deserved. I heard the wheels go, yes. Like, wow, the game even called you out at that point.
It's 1 a.m. It's past time where I give a fuck. There's a lever that you need to pull out the top of that area. Okay, thank you. So we're gonna end it here because it's 1 a.m. I need to sleep in some semblance of a comfortable bed. No raid tonight because it's 1 a.m. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks to my co-hosts for joining me tonight. Keep an eye out for when I'm going to be streaming next, because I obviously don't have a schedule planned for just a 2-day week. I'll see you guys next time, and until then, unpleasant dreams. And then here's the part where JKR would say, well, we're the boys of chorus. We hope you like our show. We know you're rooting for us, but now we have to go. But he's not here, so we had to say that instead. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.